Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're going to go for a ride and a chat. We're going to talk. Does it scare you? We're going to talk. Does it scare you? It should. Not really. Let's go for it. So kind of the funny part for us is kind of really to understand what's going on. And kind of really, we're getting ready for Daddy's Day. We've got a lot of people talking about like Daddy's Day already and that sort of thing. And kind of like, I think it's really interesting, like when you really think about some of the things that your dad taught you. I know. Now, I will tell you one of the funny things is my dad was an attorney. Okay? So, just to explain, I'm not an attorney. I'm not giving you legal advice in any way. I'm kind of just like, think of it as giving you some suggestions. Never sign a contract that you don't understand. Once you sign your name to a contract, you are legally bound to that contract. Whatever it says, you are legally bound to that. So if you're going to sign a contract, a leasing contract, a mortgage contract, a job contract, whatever it is, look it over. Really, freaking look it over. And if there's words you don't understand, like everybody has a cell phone nowadays, like everybody has a cell phone, and usually with the internet, so you can like type in the word and go, what does this word mean? Look it up. So look it up before you sign your name to that contract, to whatever it is. Even if you're like, oh my gosh, this is the best deal ever. Did you look at all the fine print? So, number one lesson that my dad taught me is read the fine print. Read all of it and understand it. And if you don't understand it, don't freaking sign it. Don't sign it until you understand. Until you understand, like, yes, I agree with every part of this, that sort of thing. Because if you don't, you have legally bound yourself to whatever it is it says in there. Yeah. So my suggestion, not my legal advice, because I'm not an attorney. Understand it. When you sign your name to something, make sure you understand what you're signing. Seriously. I have had so many clients and people that I know that have signed contracts and then they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize it said this. That's the crazy part, because people sign it and they don't understand it. They don't understand it at all. Or they're like, oh, I thought it said this. If you had a question before you signed it, ask. And my own personal suggestion is do not ask the person you're signing the contract with unless that's your attorney. Usually the agents of the people that are signing it with you have no idea. They've just been taught to say certain things. Don't do that. It's crazy. It's kind of crazy. So when you are going to sign a contract with somebody, anybody, for any reason whatsoever, blah, 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 make sure that you are really understanding what that contract says. What is that contract binding you to? Understand it. Don't just act like a crazy person and just like, oh, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. It's a much bigger deal than you probably will ever understand. It's kind of the crazy part. But make sure, I'm at my location, so I'm going to take off my seatbelt. So make sure that you understand your contract. Make sure you read all of the fine print. Make sure that you are understanding what it says that you can and cannot do in that contract. And if you have questions, don't sign until you're completely, I'm okay with this contract. That's my number one dad advice that I learned from my dad when I was a kid. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.